Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to WWP Reacts. Let's talk a little bit about this meeting about the auto pen controversy between um, about Joe Biden and his final days in office. And this is Andrew Bates, one of his junior staff folks, and Um, he was under a great pressure from many within the White House, as reported. And let's see what he has to say to the oversight panel.
Here, when did you first meet President Biden?
We first met um, actually when I was in college. It was very brief.
And what was
We
the
can speed this up a
context
little
of when you
bit, and then
first met?
I'll come back and slow
It
it down
was
as
at a
as necessary.
DNC winter conference meeting in Washington in 2007, and I had come to it with some friends.
So this was just like in a photo line or something like that, or did you have a conversation?
It was a photo line kind of conversation. It was very brief.
Understood. What is your relationship like with the other members of President Biden's family? So, for example, First Lady Jill Biden.
We interacted occasionally. It was always positive.
And by occasionally, is that daily, weekly, monthly?
Less often than monthly. I did not do a great deal of work with the East Wing.
Understood. How about your relationship with Hunter Biden?
During the campaign and the first years in the White House, my portfolio included coverage of the president that also pertained to Hunter Biden, and I spoke with him infrequently about that. I also saw him infrequently at the White House, and we would greet one another.
Sorry, so another way, frequency for the frequency that you were meeting with or discussing things with Hunter Biden, is that more like a daily, weekly, monthly?
No, I would say probably in the neighborhood of 10 times ever.
Did you notice Hunter Biden appearing in the White House more towards the end of President Biden's presidency?
I don't know. I wasn't always aware when he was around.
You weren't
Understood.
aware? You're there every day.
How about your relationship with James Biden?
I've spoken to him probably in the neighborhood of 5 to 10 times, and the last time that I remember would have been during the 2020 campaign.
James Biden is Joe Biden's brother who made millions from Ukraine, just like Hunter and just like the president, Biden, that is. Um, disgusting. Disgusting that these people are getting money from these foreign lands. As a military officer, I wasn't allowed to accept gifts from foreign lands when I was like working in Jordan and other countries. It's disgusting that our presidents and our congresspeople can get millions and millions of dollars from these foreign lands.
And can I ask a question? Has anyone ever asked you to lie in your job?
I'm going to ask you to lie.
No.
No one's
Have
ever
you ever
asked.
felt like you were lying to the press in your job?
No.
Um, were you in the 2020 campaign? Were you part of in the course of your work? Were you dealing with the news regarding the discovery of Hunter Biden's laptop?
Yes.
And did you formulate a response to any question that might arise regarding Hunter Biden's laptop?
I did give statements about that topic.
Did you recommend that the president or others attribute the laptop to possible Russian disinformation?
I remember that there were many national security experts and intelligence experts.
I'm going to try to deflect the question. Did you advise that it might have came from Russian disinformation? Hunter Biden's laptop, which was later on proved to be totally legit and nothing ever happened. These guys are corrupt. This is the young politicians coming up that are going to ruin this country.
Who felt that what was happening or the hallmarks, I think was their phrasing of a Russian attempt at manipulation.
And that was wrong, right? The laptop was real. Is that correct?
I don't see that as a binary because the chain of custody is not fully known.
You don't see that as a binary?
Introduced as
Even
Exhibit 2.
His argument was before is that there were many national intelligence people that said it was Russian disinformation. Now the question is asked, but now you know it's real, right? Because everybody says it's real. And you sit here and say, oh, it's not binary. The chain of custody isn't really proven out. He's so full of shit. This guy Andrew Bates makes me sick.
The interview with Gary Shapley, dated March 26, 2023, conducted by the Committee on Ways and Means. I will read from page 12. In October 2019, the FBI became aware that a repair shop had a laptop allegedly belonging to Hunter Biden and that the laptop might contain evidence of a crime. The FBI verified its authenticity in November of 2019 by matching the device number against Hunter Biden's Apple iCloud ID. I will also introduce as Exhibit 3 a motion filed by Special Counsel David Weiss in response to the motion filed by Hunter Biden.
I just want to get the playback speed back to normal. I apologize. All right, let's pick this up again.
And I will read from page 7. In August 2019, IRS and FBI investigators obtained a search warrant for tax violations for the defendant's Apple iCloud accounts. In response to that warrant, in September 2019, Apple produced backups of data from various of the defendant's electronic devices that he had backed up to his iCloud account. Investigators also later came into possession of the defendant's Apple MacBook Pro, which he had left at a computer store that was filed. End quote. This was filed in the District of Delaware Federal Court. I will enter those as. So I ask you again, was the laptop real?
I was not aware of that information at the time, to be clear. I would need to review what you just.
So you don't believe him? You're just going to play dumb and
You're unaware of? Were you unaware of the Hunter Biden prosecution?
Not until shortly after the campaign.
You weren't aware of it during the campaign? Well, you live under a rock?
The allegations regarding his son were true?
No.
Did you ever communicate to the media whether the allegations were true?
Which allegations?
Regarding Hunter Biden's business dealings.
There were a number of allegations made about those.
That Hunter Biden, you're right, let me rephrase. Did you ever communicate to the press whether Hunter Biden was or was not peddling influence to his father?
I don't remember, but I do remember that the former vice president, in my view, handled himself honorably in this area. And I do not think.
I love this. I mean, listen to this deflection. Did you speak to the press about right? And he comes back and says, well, I don't remember. But what I do remember is that the vice president, i.e. Biden was the vice president, when he was vice president, handled himself honorably. Like, you're a kid. He was vice president until 2016. I can't imagine. You must have been just getting out of college. How would you know what honorably is? Because you're not honorable, sir.
That can be said of the person in the White House now at all.
Mr. Bitts, that's not what I asked you at all.
Oh my God. Now he's going to go and attack Trump. That can't be said about the person in the White House right now. Unbelievable. Because this is, after the election, after Trump got elected, number 47. Unbelievable. These